Hey everyone, my name is Faye. I have been a LuLaRoe retailer for almost 2 years now, and oh my gosh, thinking about it, it's coming up on my 2-year LuLaversary, which is super exciting. And I was super excited to make this video because of just all of the ways that LuLaRoe has changed my life since I started, even just since I discovered it. I only discovered it like a month or so before I signed up and got in the queue, because that's what we did. And I didn't even know. I had no idea what it was. I saw this girl selling leggings on my Facebook, and I clicked on the video and I was like, ooh, free stuff, sure. And so I got a pair of hamburger TC leggings, not my size, not what I wanted, but I was like, it's free, sure. And I had to message her after and be like, I did not know what I was doing, sorry. And she ended up being my sponsor, so it's okay. But when I thought about making this video, I was like, okay, how can I do this and be true to myself and real about what LuLaRoe is to me and everything it does for me? And I was like, well, I should film it in the car. Because first of all, I have 3 kids, so the car is basically the only place I can get some peace and quiet. I didn't think it was appropriate to film in the bathrooms, so the car was my number one. And then also because LuLaRoe, I have 3 kids, so I spend a lot of my time in the car. I have a kid in elementary school. I have a kid in middle school, and I have another little one who's 2, but he goes to gym school, what he likes to call it. It's daycare at the gym. And my oldest does soccer, club soccer, and so I spend most of my day in the car driving them to school, because of course no one's on the same schedule. That would make way too much sense. I'm driving them to school, picking them up, and I've been able to get a lot of my work. The car is basically my office. I can do so much from the car, from just waiting in the pickup line, editing pictures, and messaging my group members, my community, it's just, so I was like, well, what better place to make my video than when I'm in the car, and of course outside of Target, because let's be real, before LuLaRoe, the only adult interaction that I had was with the cashiers at Target, so so anyway, I thought a lot about what I would want to say, and there's really just so much, it's hard to fit it into one video, because being a mom can be pretty lonely. You don't, a lot of people don't relate, and if they do, they are moms, so they're busy too. And so when I found LuLaRoe, I really found another a community and a place where I belonged, and a place where even people with completely different lives than I have, I could bond with, and I could be my people. And so it was really special for me to go from feeling kind of alone and misunderstood to finding a bunch of people who understood me and who could relate to me, and not just other retailers, because basically all of my friends are retailers. It's like it's LuLaRoe's attracted like a lot of strong, capable, amazing women. Like and it's really empowering to be surrounded by that. But also my like VIP community, if you want to call it, like my Facebook group, people who I have never met before and did only know because of LuLaRoe, like who I hold so close to my heart and who I would go to for advice and who come to me for advice. And it's really an amazing thing to be able to say that you are there for people and you are meaningful to people and people are meaningful to you even if you don't personally know them. And some people I've met because like we've actually gone out of our way to meet each other because they're a part of my community. So it's really a special thing to have that, and something that I never thought that I would be a part of and never really knew before. I grew up in a small town, and so like everyone I knew it was very similar to me. They all had similar backgrounds and we all like led similar lives, and so being exposed to so many different and new people is really, and hearing people and seeing people for who they are, I feel like that is kind of what LuLaRoe is all about. Like empowering people to be who they are and be proud to show who they are because they feel good about how they look and because they feel supported by people who they're close to. People they've met in their communities. I started LuLaRoe when I moved to a completely new town. I knew no one, and it was an easier way. I'm kind of like once I get to know you, and I'm very outgoing and funny, and I like to think that I'm funny. Maybe I'm not. But before I get to know you, I can come off like very introverted and closed off. And so LuLaRoe for me was a way to meet people and put myself out there to the community. Like, okay, I have to go to this pop-up. Like, I scheduled a pop-up with someone and I can't, like, it's my business. I can't not go. And so it forced me to, like, put myself out there. And now, like, some of my best friends are people who started as, like, oh, I want to host a pop-up. I love those leggings. Like, let me, and so it was really cool to, like, be able to have that, I guess you could call it like a buffer, like be able to, like, there was a reason that I came to your house and brought all my clothes, and then it like created a sense of safety, and then also like I could open up easier, and so now, yeah, it was an easier way to open up. And then we got to talking, and I found out how awesome they are. They found out how awesome I am. No. So yeah, it's been like, there are so many, I mean, the money that you make is a perk, but I feel like it's not even the reason why I do what I do, because I do what I do for the people that I do it with and the people that I do it for. And so, like, so now I'm going to go into a story. I mean, I guess this whole thing has just been a string of stories. But I've never cruise qualified before. When I started, it was like this thing that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally going to cruise qualify. And then I started, and my first month was really great. And then after that, like, someone was like, oh my gosh, you're doing so good. You're like so close. That's not normal. And I was like, wait, that's not normal? And I started getting in my own head, and I like kind of retreated a little bit, and I was like, maybe I can't do this. If this isn't normal, if people don't do this, maybe it's not something I'm capable of. And so I kind of got into this like in my own way, and just like, no, I can't do that. Not it. Like, you have to be special to do that. That's not something I can do. Which is funny, because it's like the opposite of everything that I've learned from LuLaRoe, but it's just the way that I got in my own head, and I got in my own way. And so, I've never cruise qualified before, and I kind of like being a mom and wife, and like a room parent, and like not the team mom this year, but I've been the team mom, and like all of these things to all of these different people. I haven't put my goals as high on the priority list. And so LuLaRoe came out with the Leggings Day Challenge, and I thought to myself, like, I want to do this, but I kept talking myself out of it. Like, yeah, you want to do this, but can you do it? Like, you don't even know if you can do it. And so I like told myself I wasn't going to try it. I wasn't going to like attempt to sell 100+ leggings, because selling over 100 pairs of leggings sounds ridiculous. Like, in a day, who can do that? You guys, I did that. So I wasn't going to do it, and I have this really amazing friend who totally sees everything. Well, I have a lot of really amazing friends who totally see everything that I'm capable of. But this one really amazing friend, and it was easy for her because she's close to me, and I basically live at her house because we like swap inventory and stuff like that. But she was like, so you're gonna do it, right? And she believed so wholeheartedly in me that I could do it, that like, that I believed that I could do it too. I was like, wow, like, other people have so much faith in me and so much belief in me. Like, Faye, why are you not having this kind of belief in yourself? And so, for the first time in a long time, unfortunately, but I'm proud to say it, I believed I could do it. And I did it. And I have no idea what the outcome will be. And I mean, of course I care. Do I want to go on a cruise? Yes, I want to go on a cruise. But what I accomplished that day, the amount of work that I put in that I didn't realize that I could put in, the amount of of other people that were cheering me on. There were people who were literally competing against me, like, who also are going for the exact same goal, who are cheering me on and who I was cheering on. And a community that can create that can say, hey, I know that like it could be me or you, but I still want it to be you, like, just as much as I want it to be me. That was something that really like changed everything for me. And like, there's no going back now. Like, now that I've seen what I'm capable of, and even like my inspiring other people to see what they're capable of, it there's no turning back now. I'm capable. You're capable. We're all capable. Like, we just have to see it in ourselves. And sometimes we are born seeing it in ourselves. I have friends who know exactly what they are capable of, and they inspire me to know what I'm capable of. I have friends who have to push and be pushed to know what they're capable of. And then there are some people who have no idea that it's even in there. But I am here to tell you that it is in there, and that whatever it is in your mind that you are questioning that you can do, if there is a question, it's because you know that it's possible. If it's even a thought in your head, it's because you know that it's possible. And so, Leggings Day was really, really special for me, and it really, turned a corner for me. And another part that was really special for me was that, that my daughter got to see me do it. So she had soccer practice, and I was going to my friend's to go live because she had a lot of amazing leggings, and that's the kind of community that LuLaRoe is. You see a need and you fill it. She saw that I needed leggings, and so she invited me over, and I got to sell her leggings. And so I had to pick up my daughter from soccer practice, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna bring her with me. I won't be live for that long, and this was when I still, had a little, okay, is this something that I can do? And, so I brought my daughter along with me, and she was off playing with one of her friends her friend who is my friend's daughter. And I was sitting on the floor of the Lula room, and I was just like, Jill, I just don't know if can I do this? And she looked me in the eyes, and she was like, of course you can. You deserve this just as much as everybody else. And then, of course, I start crying because that's what we do. We make each other cry because we make each other so happy and empowered. It's like all of my LuLaRoe friends, you're doing something right. Come on, guys, you know this. You're doing something right if you get someone to cry, and not in a mean way, in an, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired by you way. So I'm like, okay, you're right. That's exactly what I needed. And then, of course, right on cue, Journey's Don't Stop Believin' comes on Alexa, and I was like, okay, this is it, we're doing it. And so my daughter comes back in, and she was like my little assistant, and I was tired, and I didn't know what I was doing. I know what I'm doing, but I didn't know if it was everything I was doing was gonna come to fruition. But I was having fun, and just her getting to see me working so hard, and not just working hard, but having a dream and having a goal and going for it, and not just talking myself out of it. It really it meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to her too. And I know that's gonna be a night that we look back on, and that she looks back on, and I hope she'll look back on in a lot of important moments in her life. Just be like, I can do this. My mom went live until 12:01 a.m. because she wanted to sell all of the leggings. I can do this. And so it's okay. It happens all the time. I guess I just want to leave you with that LuLaRoe, if anything, has taught me everything that I'm capable of. And I know it it can do the same for so many other people, and it has done the same for so many other people. And it's just been such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for it. And so, thank you guys for watching. I hope, if anything, that this meant something to you and maybe inspired you to go after your dream. And have a good night. Thank you. Bye.